So tonight is the supermoon, and you know what that means? That means us walking through a haunted forest, talking about all our spooky stories, and you never know, that might conjure something. Okay, so we're in the woods, and if I do say so myself, I am very excited. We also got back from Greece like 2 days ago, hence the red tannedness. But it is October, which means it is spooky season, and we're here to be spooky.
I'm very excited. I always love doing these very spooky nighttime walks that we do all the time. Don't record them all the time, but now we can properly show people what we do.
Yes, look at the darkness. The sun will be setting very soon, and I don't feel like there'll be many people in the woods at this time, because like, what weirdos go in the woods at this time? So that makes it even spookier, because hopefully we'll be all alone. And like I said, you guys will know this place. We've been here a couple of times. We've done paranormal investigation here before. We've come here. I got lost here in the woods with my friend Jess. We came here to talk about all the paranormal like stuff in this wood, and the wood's also filled with like cryptids and all sorts of weird, bizarre aliens and missing people and crazy stuff.
We're not going to say what the wood is, but you can probably guess in the comments.
Yeah!
So do that, there you go.
Yes!
Figure it out for yourselves.
That is a challenge.
Also, I was also in Greece, that's why I'm also red.
As a lot of you will know, I have a paranormal channel on YouTube. I've been posting on there now for 3.5 years. It's called Explore a Lot. Obviously this channel is Explore a Lot Life, and it's me and Jordan, but my other channel is basically me traveling all over England, going to, and Wales, Scotland, everywhere, going to haunted, historic, abandoned locations to investigate, to find out if they are haunted. And I thought, because it's October and it's spooky season, maybe I could bring a little bit of that mystery and magic over onto this channel. So what better place to walk around and tell ghost stories than a haunted wood? Do you know what I mean? Exciting. And a lot of you will know, Jordan is basically a skeptic.
I'm a skeptic, 100% still skeptic.
Well, you're not.
I am.
How?
Don't believe in it.
Yeah, but okay, but have you had things happen that you can't explain?
Well, yeah, but it still doesn't mean I believe in it.
Well, how can you be a skeptic if you can't explain it?
Because I don't believe in it.
Well, what do you believe?
Well, I don't know, that's why I'm a skeptic. Wait, there's a possibility, yeah there is, but doesn't mean that I'm a skeptic. No, not there, is it?
He's stubborn, right?
I'm not stubborn, I just don't believe in it.
So with Jordan, unless, actually, even if a ghost appeared in front of him now, he still wouldn't believe.
CGI, real life, new technology,
No.
Brilliant job.
There was one time we were scouting bandos, and there was this big manor house in the middle of these woods, and we got out, and you saw a man in the woods with a gas mask.
Well, yeah, but just I don't know what the thing is called, but when you see things, you don't know if they're there or not. And you're right, like when you wake up at night and you're lying in bed, you just wake up and there's something in the wall going, there's something there, but there's not. It's just your clothes or your
Maybe it
your
is something there.
Well, it could be, but
because what was interesting,
a little bat.
well, there's a bat. Could this pick it? Yeah, it can pick it off the bat. Maybe it's a vampire. Whoa. That's crazy.
Tiny, he's loving
cute.
us. He is loving us.
He's loving us. We love you too,
Is he
Mr.
trying to get
Bat.
to the moon? Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah, it's a vampire.
Is he gonna eat us?
Maybe.
Are you going to
But
die?
the interesting thing about when Jordan saw the man in the gas mask, which was definitely a ghost, but anywho's, we didn't know until afterwards that place was actually used as a war hospital during World War I and II. Is that an interesting coincidence? I don't think so.
I mean, yeah.
I think he's seen a ghost, is in denial. And we also went, this was maybe like 2 years ago, when we filmed in that haunted museum in Stoke.
Oh, right, okay. This one is a bit weird. This one, I will admit, this one was freaked me up a little bit.
So this museum is filled with documented haunted objects, right? And he's very particular with what he puts on show in the museum, isn't he? He's very like passionate and makes sure that it's not just something from a charity shop. Like, he properly investigates it. Anyway, there's all these haunted things all around us, and I have my REM pod bear. What, I had some footsteps there, don't know. Anyway, I'm a REM pod bear. If you don't know what that is, it's an object that if you touch it, it either makes a noise or it lights up. Now this lights up, and it was lighting up on one side, and we said, can you light it up on the other side? And then I think you went to move it as like a test to see if it had the same reaction like the other side of the thing that it was on, and then I'll let Jordan take away from here.
But still, he is loving it. Look at him.
He's having a great
Anyway,
time.
so I went over and obviously moved the bear, and then to my left, literally here, I'm literally just like right in front of me, there was an old school desk with a little slant on it like that, and on the top of it was like a little doll of some kind.
It was a clown.
Was it a clown?
Yeah.
Like a doll, like a clown
Like
or
a
something.
clown doll.
And in his like lap there was a little cat ball. So I'm thinking, obviously not thinking about, I'm going to put this bear onto this table. So I lift it up, take it over. I'm literally probably about that far from the table. The ball kind of comes at me like straight this way, but like the way I can sort of explain it is like if you ever watch like a space film, and it sort of like a spaceship like kind of like defies gravity, that you can't comprehend in your head what just happened because it's just come this way. And like, yeah, it was basically like a 2D object came at me this way, because it was so perfect, like kind of coming towards me. So that, I've got no idea. The thing is, in them places you think they could have done something, put a wire or something, but because it was so direct, I'm like, I don't know. I've got no idea with that one. I don't know.
And just to clarify, there was no way that could have been fake. Like, we all saw it. Even the owner sent me the CCTV footage of it, and it is like mental. And I've only ever had that happen once more, and it was in Elmwood Manor, which is up in Stockton-on-Tees. You can hire it out, £45 a person. The owner, Chris, absolutely lovely, and Claire, recommend you book it. But he has a doll that he was basically came upon. The owner was like, I don't want it anymore, take it away. It started like a curiosity for him for haunted objects. We started collecting them, and it wasn't that long ago, it's a very old doll. Inside of the doll they noticed this weird little wooden contraption, and they were like, what the hell is that? Got it out, and it turns out it was a booby trap from the war. Like, really weird. And basically I was interviewing Chris for my other channel, and the doll is sat to his left. My camera's like right in front, and as he starts talking about the doll, this booby trap, which is in the doll's hand, it's flat, literally just lifts up and just flies out the doll's hand. And I was like, mate, what the hell was that? How did that happen? We were absolutely shooked. No explanation. But that's not even, I've not even posted that on my paranormal channel yet.
As someone that kind of grew up watching like the kind of it was like a vet fielding
Most Haunted?
Yeah, when watching Most Haunted, you see them do things like on the TV, which obviously some of them were kind of faked, but it's kind of so obviously faked. But when it happens to you, it's so different, I think.
Yeah, no,
it's just like another, like, because you can see it yourself, you see it coming that way, and it's 2D, and it's like going, that literally doesn't make any sense in literally laws of physics, how it's coming that way. If a string on it, probably would have swung or something or whatever, but it was a perfect 2D object coming towards my head, which is like, you don't really know what to do, so just drop the doll.
I think that's a fair point, what Jordan's just said. Like, when you're actually in that moment experiencing these scary things, you kind of like almost freeze and take a moment to like process. Like, when it's that wild, you're like, okay, what? Does that happen?
Explain. I agree. I do admit it is hard to explain, but I'm still skeptic, thinking that I don't know what it could have been, but there's something I don't know, some sort of physics law that I don't know about. I don't know every physics law that it could have been.
The physics law of the cat ball.
Exactly. So I'm gonna create a new one.
Yeah.
But there's something like that. You know what I mean?
I tell you one that's always stuck with me, and I feel like it was one of my first ever videos on my channel. I went and filmed. Do you remember this? It was an old theatre. You weren't there.
Yeah.
And there's a legend there of a lady called Molly Lee the witch, and it says that if you chant this chant, you'll summon the witch. And we weren't far from there. I don't know, we weren't far from there, so we were like chanting this to see if something happened, because where we were filming it was believed to have been linked to the courthouse that she might have been whatever in. Anyway, and then it was near the end of the investigation. Oh, it's crazy, I still can't explain it. And we're all stood there just talking, and you hear, in the same way we were chanting, you go like, Molly Lee, like this, like creepy, from the end of this corridor, which, let me explain, the end of this corridor is filled with sensors. We accidentally triggered one. All the building's alarms were going off really loud, so you can't go there. Do you know what I mean? Because if there was someone there, it would have been like, Wah! There was no one there. There's no one there. And all we hear was someone go, Lottie, like sang my name out of the darkness, and it was so loud. We all got it on camera, and I think because it was so shocking, we all just didn't react for a minute, because we were like, I think we all went, did that just happen? Like, did that just say like that? Did that say like, what was that? Like, you know, we were all like shook. I've never experienced anything like that since.
I do think it's like a scale thing. Like, how much do you probably go out 3 times a week? Possibly more. I've been out maybe like what, 20, 30 times?
Yeah, I'd say so.
And obviously I've only really been in a few videos, maybe like 3 or 4, I don't know how many.
Maybe 5.
5-ish or whatever. But I've only ever had that one experience once, which I think is just, I'd probably more like an energy thing. If you're with it in that group, more likely to get something to happen. You know what I mean? That's what I think. If they're with the right energy, with the right people, you're going to get something to happen, which, because they kind of have that connection already.
That's so true. See, and that's the thing, like, obviously on the other channel, I don't always get activity on the videos, because it's just impossible, especially like these crazy stories I'm talking about now. Like I said, I've only ever had that happen once, and the throw-in thing, I've had that like twice. Like, it's like rare, right? But Jordan is like bob on, because I'm a big believer that the more open you are while investigating, and the more like pure your intentions are, the more likely you are to get evidence. I think if you go into places with a negative mindset, closed off, you're not going to get anything, because if you walked into a room of people and you're being standoffish and like not approachable, no one's going to talk to you.
But put it this way, say if you have a group of friends, you're on your own, group of people are there that you want to speak to, you go over there all kicking off and thinking, they won't talk to you. But you go over there nice and understanding, you can relate with something, they're going to talk to you. So it makes sense, doesn't it? Like a sort of level, if it's a spirit that you think it is, then it's going to talk to you. Yeah,
and I think that's the big thing with like investigating. People forget, especially on YouTube, people forget that they're just people. They're just souls of people that are a lot of the time trapped spirits, so they're probably very troubled and very confused and just need someone to talk to and need help. And I think that sometimes gets lost a little bit, but it's a whole minefield, you know what I mean? It's crazy. But I tell you one of my scariest things, right? So it's a place I used to film. I've filmed a couple of times, but you can't get into there now. And it's called the Bleeding House, right? And I was stood outside by myself. I was so scared, right? I was terrified. And then I heard it was like chains rattling. It was like chains rattling, right? And then in front of me, I saw this bit. Bear in mind, it was pitch black as well. I just had my phone light, I think, then. And I saw this big black mass just coming at me. Like, it wasn't the shape of a figure, it was a big black mass. Like it was going to swallow me whole. And I started having like a panic attack. And I was like, and I think that's the only video I've cried. I was terrified. And that was really scary. And then it kept saying something like, you need to bow down to us. And the place is built on an old burial ground.
Oh, right, okay.
It kept saying you need to bow down, and then I kept just doing this, and what I couldn't control, I was just kept doing this, and then I was freaking out. And then when I left, I had a necklace around my neck. I fixed it now, that Natalie had brought me. Strayed Explorer's wife had brought me, and it was a protection necklace, and as I left it just fell and the back of it had been snapped, so it's like as if something pulled it from around my neck.
Right.
And it just fell, and I was like, mate, like, and that place was dark. It's very rare you go to places that are like, I always say there's a very like, if you're like feeling that energy, because like even you say you go into some place and they just feel heavy, like they just feel
you just
off.
do as a person though, like if you go into a room that's like quite an old room, you might feel like a little bit negative. If you go in a room full of people, you feel a bit like, oh, it's loud, you know what I mean? It's just a feeling, it's just a...
Yeah, it's your senses.
It's your senses, isn't it? It's just, I think it's just a human nature thing, not just a paranormal thing, it's just being human.
So like, it is just... like your senses and your intuition plays a big part in it, and some places you just go into them and you just like, oh, this is like evil. It's the best way I can explain it.
No, but I get it. The thing is the same with a person. If you go speak to someone like a little bit weird, or you look at someone, you might get a sense thinking.
It's like the man on the plane. When we were going to Greece last week, there was this man sat next to Jordan. I said, Jordan, I don't like that man.
The thing is, when I walked up to him, smiled at him, I do, mate, you're right, all that stuff. You smiled back and thingy, but you just knew he wasn't the right
there was
sort of person.
There was something wrong with him.
But that's just your intuition. You just know, like, maybe stay away from him because he's a little bit.
Yeah. But yeah, always trust your intuition. But yeah, sometimes I feel like you just feel like you're almost in danger, is the only way I can explain it. And it was actually last year's Halloween special, where it's the only time I've ever investigated where I literally was so scared and I felt so unsafe. I literally was like, I'm going to die. Like, I know it sounds extreme, right? If like demons do exist, that's the closest I ever come to one. And I honestly thought, if I don't leave this place, I'm going to die. It's the only way I can explain it, and it was the scariest thing. And I don't think I slept like properly afterwards and all sorts. I had a footstep again, I'm freaking myself out. And the weirdest thing about that investigation, you'll have to go and see it, right? When we got back into the car, so we sat in the car and then we hear but obviously we put the cameras away, we're literally about to leave, and we hear someone like something almost like two hands slam the front bonnet of the car, and we're like, what the is that? And then Andy's car sensors start going off, like saying like it sensed a person, and there was no one there. It's awful. Yeah, it's bad. That was so scary. I'm never going there again. People are like, oh, go on, I'll go back with you. Like, where is it? I'm like, nah.
I think when something like that happens at that scale,
that place, I refuse to give out the pin. People are always like, oh, let me have it. I'm like, nah, I won't give anyone the location. I'm never going there. Because that was horrendous. What's another place you've... I tell you what about when I was getting ready one day at home, and then, do you remember the plant just did that, and then something just fell off the thing? I
know, but say, as much as I get from your side that you think this might be something paranormal, but someone could have just knocked that.
But there was nothing there.
Well, no, but you might have bought something or something.
We were both like, right. I was sat on my dressing table stool. Jordan was sat stood the other side of the room, and I had a fake plant here, and then something on the dressing table. The fake plant just randomly bent down, and then I can't remember what it was that fell, but whatever was there just randomly fell on the floor.
Could have been like a spider or something.
A big spider.
It might be a big spider.
There's no way.
I know, but I get what you mean. But that's what my head does.
Crazy.
It's crazy. The one of the biggest thing that I was speaking about this last night, because like a lot of people tell me about this who watch your videos that I know, that it's when your hair went up.
I forgot about that.
Because that was such a weird, because it was such like a same sort of thing. When you see it, thinking, did that happen? Don't know. But obviously, watch the footage back, I'm thinking, okay, how the hell did that happen?
Because we didn't notice in the moment, did we?
No, not at all. Like we were both kind of doing our own thing and trying to figure out kind of what to do next, and kind of think of any questions, and it just happened. It's just like, yeah. But what'd be good if we link all these videos like down below, we can try and find them for you so we can actually go through these. Yeah,
that's so true. So we were stood there, and I have plaits in my hair. I do it for protection when I'm doing an investigation, right? And say I have a plait here, literally I'm talking to you, we don't notice it while we're there. It literally just does this, doesn't it? Just literally lifts up and then drops. And obviously my hands are nowhere, it fully does this.
Yeah. No idea. Not a clue.
Yeah, no, that was weird.
But that's the same thing that anyone I speak to, I know my mates or any family, they will always mention that moment. 'Cause it's just such a weird. 'Cause we were completely out. We had no clue.
Yeah, and we just didn't know at all.
No. The thing is, that might be my second, third video that I was maybe in.
Yeah.
I'm not skilled at all. Don't really know what I'm doing. But I think if I was more skilled, I might have noticed it and been like.
Well, I didn't notice it. I had no idea.
It was happening to you at the time, though, you probably wouldn't see that.
So it was just doing this with my hair, and I was like, oh.
That's one of the things, and it's just you need to be skilled enough to see all that stuff.
It's weird though. There's so many like weird things when you start like actually thinking back about like what's happened. Like I've had some weird stuff. Oh my god, it's so dark. Let me turn this up. You still can't see. Yeah, we're just walking through the woods a bit. But as I said in the start, today is a super moon. It's all about letting go of anything that's holding you back and basically manifesting.
Well, it actually depends, doesn't it, the type of supermoon?
Yeah, but tonight is all about cutting old ties.
Right, okay.
So releasing anything that doesn't serve you, so you can step forward into your new life. This is actually spooky. What a creepy place. Remember when we came here to investigate and there was that
growl?
It was like a...
I know, but I don't know what... I've not heard a badger make or a squirrel make that noise before, have you?
No, it's like a big animal.
It was definitely big and it moved like a few branches.
And when we came here and then something was whacking the trees.
Oh god, yeah, in the day?
That was in the day and I was like, oh my god, it's like Bigfoot.
I know, I don't know what it is.
It's just
weird. Ignore these things and go, I'll go over here.
Yeah, you just ignore.
You like to go investigate, I'll go that way.
Yeah, you go the complete opposite way.
But that's the sort of reason why I've not really gone on many, because obviously we filmed a lot that kind of didn't go up on the channel. And I'm the sort of person I don't know what I'm doing. So I sort of expect something will happen like every time, but obviously it doesn't. No. So I sort of thought like, oh, it's going to be like a most haunted episode. So that's why I couldn't really do it, because it was just so freaky. You go out like 3 times a week and I couldn't keep up.
No, but like I do obviously put videos up when nothing happens, but it's like there still have to be like entertaining, because obviously this is an entertainment platform.
But even if you have some sort of story or some sort of like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying,
what's coming through, or like some evidence or something happens.
Yeah.
The time we were going out and literally just there was a knock and like, no, that's the wall.
But
there's a mover. The door moved. It's very obvious.
Yeah, but like some people are like, oh, just post it. But I'm telling you now, if I posted videos where we're all just stood there and nothing's happening, no devices, not even the spirit box, nothing, and we just stood there.
Oh, the floorboards have creaked. That was the
yeah,
one.
no,
like,
honestly,
so obvious.
My channel would go. Do you know what I mean? It would do really bad. You know, I'm just being real. Do you know what I mean? We're content creators, do you know what I mean? We're entertainers. The video has to be somewhat entertaining, you know? But I don't know, it's just so many weird things. I mean, I'm filming tomorrow, so I'm excited about that. I'm going back to a location actually, which I had some really like crazy footsteps and stuff I couldn't explain. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, so what do you actually think about all of this crazy paranormal? Yeah.
I've always said it's something to do with like some sort of alien time slip or something. You know what I mean?
You think I'd just talk to aliens?
Yeah, possibly.
Could be.
But could be some sort of radio frequency that they might come in on, because obviously we only know radio frequency as they are, but you might not, that be like a physical form or something like that, like them sort of waves. Same sort of thing, like it's like a hologram, or like there's a time slip might kind of come through and then sort of pass as it's sort of going through like a sort of space and time sort of thingy. I don't know, but something weird like that. They're all weird space people.
What is interesting you say that though, I went through a weird spell with Andy where every time we had the spirit box it kept doing this weird static breaking up noise, right? And then it would come through and it would be like, I'm not from this world, you won't understand where I'm from, like it's beyond your knowledge, from a new world, like all of this stuff. And we were like, what the Jesus Christ are we speaking to right now? Because it was weird.
The thing is, like, if you have this unknown matter, which no one knows is unknown, no one kind of knows what it is or what causes it, if you go to an area where that matter is formed or created or been hit against each other, you most likely might hit a portal or something that might be a tiny black hole.
Yeah.
You might be going into a tiny black hole, you don't even know about it.
Oh my God.
Technically, you know what I mean? You wouldn't know.
No.
You have no idea.
No, that
it's
is
all
so
just normal
true.
for you.
I mean, it's not normal.
Well,
So-
at age you got enough to...
Yeah, I know. But sometimes I do come back and I'm like, Jordan, it's scary.
Yeah, because the thing is, there's so many... If you times how many people are on the planet,
Yeah.
times that by...
A badger.
Times that by a badger, you'll get a lot of badgers.
Whoa, that's maths.
What I mean is, like, obviously with all people that have lived on this time period, and then times that by
Yeah.
whatever, unlimited, the amount of people that could pass through, that's when people say, oh, paranormal's not common. I think it's more common than people think, but people don't know how to look for it.
I agree, and I do say this a lot, like, I could go into a location tomorrow, you could go there the next day, and you could go the next day, and you, do you know what I mean? And we could all get different evidence, and I think it's because it's different time periods of layers. I could tune in and talk to someone from the 1700s. You, Linda, could, I'm naming random names here, Linda could be speaking to someone from the 1500s, Chris could be speaking to someone from the early 2000s, do you know what I mean? And Barbara could be speaking to someone from the 12th century.
Or even saying that, it might have been someone that was in that time period, but they've come forward to this time period. You don't know, but they might have just done a time slip or jump or whatever.
Yeah, no. But I tell you what freaks me out the most, and it's because it's personal. And it's when a spirit comes forward and they say your name. The clearest I ever had that was in an asylum. If you've seen that video, my Christ, on a bike, so twice said my name, like Lottie, like so clear. And like I've had it, it's like, can I speak to Lottie? It's like, how do you know who I am? Like that freaks me out.
That could be some. That might be you from the future. Technically,
Yeah,
could be.
maybe.
You don't even know. It's just.
Yeah. I tell you one that was really creepy. It was in a really like creepy house. Went back to a few times and it come through and it went, "Be careful, Lottie," like that, and I was like, and then the investigation went really dark, and I was like, oh my Christ. So it's like something had come through to like warn me.
But imagine that could have been, again, going back to the same sort of thing, just someone trying to stop people from coming forward or back or doing time slip or jumping between different realms or dimensions or anything. That could be someone trying to stop all that stuff happening, trying to keep everything separate.
Yeah, maybe.
Guardians or whatever, you know what I mean?
Maybe.
Guardians of the Galaxy, there you go, bit of Marvel for you.
So I feel like what we've concluded from this little video is that you think I go out speaking to aliens.
Yes, that's what I think.
Maybe I am. Maybe I am speaking to aliens. Aliens scare me though.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm more scared of aliens than ghosties.
Well, that's who you're speaking to, so you better get used to it.
Scary. But anywho's, we're going to just go on our little walk now. I hope you've enjoyed this. I know it was super random, but we were like, what could we do that is spooky for you guys for spooky season Halloween, do you know what I mean? And we've planned a full month of spooky content. So keep your eyes peeled, right? And make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, drop a comment down below, and make sure you do hype the video because it helps so much and it will help us grow this awesome community. So I hope you have enjoyed this, but as always, I do hope you have a good day or a good night, whatever it is when you watch this video.
Like and subscribe, please.
There you go.
Spooky season.
Are you excited?
Excited.
Let's go.
Come on, move into it.
Okay, go on.
Release a bit of energy. I can't do it.
You can.
I'm so tired.
What's that?
People running.
People running. There's people coming. Turn this off because we look strange.
We need to keep the torch on.
Yeah, I look strange. Yeah, put a torch on. Yeah, we'll do this. We'll get past the humans.